Hi, and welcome back to My Transgender Nation. Today we have a interview with Molly, my best friend. We were going to do number 2 as my sister. We recorded it, and due to my inexperience with technology in this arena, we had to redo it. So we'll be doing that one next. So let's get started.
Hi, this is Charlene from My Transgender Nation, and I'm here today with another episode of Coming Out Interviews with Jessica. And today we are interviewing Molly, Jessica's best friend. And welcome, Molly. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, tell us how you met Jessica.
Well, it's my story.
There's a story.
She had just had her voice surgery, or maybe her second or third one. You just had it. And we have a mutual friend that introduced us at a local establishment that we frequent.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, our mutual friend, had mentioned, Jessica's transgender. And I'm like, oh, cool. I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah.
I've never met a transgender person.
Yeah.
And there's a deck on the establishment that we hang out, and she came over and we were hanging out on the deck, and I think I gave her a hug, or like right away. I'm like, you're Jessica, I'm Molly, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And we just instantly started talking, and I asked her probably 500 questions within the first 2 hours of meeting her, and I've asked every single question you could possibly think of ever since.
Yeah.
So do you guys need to know anything? Just ask me, because I know all the answers.
So Jessica, what did you think when you first met Molly? You met through an acquaintance, but were you like afraid to meet friends of
No,
friends?
not at all. No. Sometimes I'm very big on vibes that I get from people,
Mhm.
and the vibes that I was getting from her they were just all positive, and we just hit it off the moment we started speaking to each other.
Mhm.
And so I was like,
She wanted to have sex with me. Come on.
Actually,
Tell the true
within the
story.
first 10 minutes, I got to check out her boobs. So
Yeah.
I was very happy. And Mike was very upset because Mike wanted to check out her boobs, and he hadn't
No,
done
he
that.
didn't.
I did. I got to do it.
God, no.
So anyway, we hit it off from minute one, and I don't think we've looked back since.
So Jessica, we always joke about Jessica being Jessica and all the fun things that you do in life, and every weekend you're out doing something really fun. What are the best things that you guys love to hang out and do together, and what are your, talk about your relationship and where you go, what you do?
Well, we love to dance. Both of us love to dance. So whether it's dancing in her apartment, dancing at a bar, dancing in somebody else's apartment, dancing anywhere, like we love music and we love to dance. So music and dance has been really big, but we also like to chill. Like I love coming over here. During COVID, I would come over and work from here on my remote days and just hang out. We love watching the news together. It sounds really silly. We think similar politics, so we have that. She has been a motorcycle rider her whole entire life, and I'm petrified of motorcycles, but I've been on her bike several times. That's been a new fun experience for me. But it's a lot of like laughing, talking. Yeah, we have drinks together, but sometimes we don't. And just talking about life. We have very similar, I think, values and morals and ethics, and we can talk serious, and then we also are both of us are smart asses and sarcastic. So we can joke and tease each other and not get offended or not get upset. And if we are really truly upset with one another, we can talk about it. Like there have been times I've like hurt Jessica's feelings, and she's come to me like, yeah, it really hurt my feelings that I called you 4 times and you didn't call me back, or whatever. It's just cool because I feel so comfortable with her.
Now, you never knew CJ.
No, I didn't.
Mhm.
But I have a crush on CJ. It's really weird because I'm kind of attracted to bald men.
Yeah.
And like, so seeing all the pictures and hearing about CJ, and I went to Jessica's oldest daughter's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I was Jessica's date.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to meet all the relatives and kind of hear what CJ was like. And Jessica told me what CJ was like. And it's just not the Jessica I know. Like
Mm-hmm.
part of her is, but a huge part's not. But then looking at all the pictures, I'm like, oh God, he's kind of cute. Oh, wait, could you get your penis back? Because
Yeah.
it could work.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I didn't know CJ, but I think he's a cool cat. One of my questions to Jessica was, would CJ like me? Like the old
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, and Jessica, yeah, oh yeah, he would like you.
Mm-hmm.
But
So, Jessica, how do you think that your relationship with Molly is different as Jessica than it would have been with CJ?
oh, that's a good question. Oh my
That's
God, I
a
don't think I've ever
really
asked
good
that question. That's like the only question I've never asked. All right,
That is a
Charlene.
very good question.
That is a good question.
So
You're
how would I,
Barbara
what should I
Walters right
answer that
now.
one? I don't even know how to answer that one, but let's look at it this way. I'm attracted to Molly as I am now, right? So I can't imagine that if I had met Molly back then, that I wouldn't be attracted to her then.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been approaching it from a whole different perspective, because then I might have had a chance, whereas now I don't. So,
Yeah.
so that might have been it. Very interesting. So, but I have an awful lot of female friends that I knew back then, who I was attracted to and never went anywhere with, and still was very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So to be, I probably would have tried to date her, and if I failed at it, we probably would have still been very good friends.
Because just like your sister that we interviewed, Molly, it has the same kind of personality, like very fun, very outgoing, very like an extrovert, with a little bit of that sarcasm.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
seems. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there must be something in
It's
the
a
water
theme.
down here in southeastern Connecticut, because
Yeah.
we all seem to have that affliction, for sure.
Molly, how you guys are really supportive of each other and everything, but what would you say to other people who are transitioning, and advice that you could give to their friends? And did you know Jessica through her transition, or you met her after her transition?
I met her after the transition.
Okay.
Well,
But
right at
I
the beginning,
think,
early in the days, though. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that, well, I think the biggest piece is that Jessica was so open about it. She's
Mm-hmm.
not one that was, she doesn't mind people asking questions,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants them to. So I was comfortable from day one, but I
Mm-hmm.
think for people who aren't, that it makes them a little uncomfortable. Try to, as being a transgender male or female going through that process, try to be as open as you can with people, because it makes them feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So there was never an uncomfortableness. I don't judge people by their skin color or their sexual orientation, or I judge by their character and how they treat people
Mm-hmm.
and how they are. That's just me. So I wouldn't have ever thought anything treating Jessica any different. But I think people going through that process can have a lot of emotions and angst and fear. And Jessica didn't. She was like, if anyone looked at her funny, it's like, hey, what's up? Do you have a question? Like, you want to talk to me? Talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
She was so great about making you feel comfortable asking anything.
Jessica, do you have any you're very open about everything, and you always say to everyone, just ask me anything you want to ask me, or just kind of, you almost just face the elephant in the room if there is one and just go past it. And you're so positive about your life and living your best life and doing anything that you can to bring fun and joy into your life. How do you have other friends who are in transition right now, and do you talk to them about how you have kind of gotten through this? Do you
I've gotten to know a bunch of people, mostly online as opposed to in person, but
Mhm.
I'm in a bunch of different, online communities that have people going through different pieces, stages of transition. And what I find happening a lot with people, especially in the very beginning, is they get very hung up on what everybody else is thinking, and perceiving them. So they get hung up on the physical part of it as whether or not they, pass. Do I pass? Oh my God. I think they figured out that I wasn't, a cisgender woman, and they get all wound up about that. And, or, that somebody calls them by the wrong, pronoun or something. And my advice is you got to get past that. That's just silly. You are never going to be a cisgender woman. You're a transgender woman, and you cannot change that. As much as you want to, you're never going to change that. So instead of fighting it and trying to do everything in your power so nobody knows that you're trans, embrace it, enjoy it, be proud of it. Be the best transgender person you possibly can come up with, but don't be afraid of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's something to celebrate as opposed to hide from, if you ask me.
And if you have any friends that you really, really trust, listen to their advice. So when I first met Jessica, she wore the ugliest effing hot pink lipstick you could imagine, like hot pink. And she's like, oh, trying to be all feminine and this and that. And after getting to know her for several months, I said, I just have a suggestion, because you could be so much prettier, because you just want to be pretty and be feminine and look feminine. I'm like, let's try like a mauve lipstick on you. Well, Jessica, when she doesn't trust someone, would tell them to go, but she listened to me and she got rid of the hot pink lipstick. And now the lipstick, do you have lipstick on now, Jess? Yeah, the lipstick she has on now is the lipstick I told her. And it's just more natural. So there have been little things like her eyebrows. She wasn't coloring in her eyebrows, and so they were like gray, just little things. I'm like, it would be more feminine if you, like, she wants anything she can do to be more feminine, which she is feminine.
Yeah.
But so if you have friends that you trust, take those little pieces of advice from them.
But that's with, that's really with that everyone, right? Anybody who
Yes.
you're friends with, right? You would like say,
Exactly.
oh, you know what, that dress does nothing for you. Or I absolutely love that dress,
And I'm not telling her she's like fat or ugly. I'm not saying those type of things. Like, I think she looks.
No, there have been days when I'm getting ready to walk out and she looks at me and goes, oh no, go change those shoes.
You're not wearing that.
Oh no, that does not work. Back in there. Try again.
That's like 80s out of style. I don't know what that is. Take that shirt and throw it in the garbage. She's really long torso, and long legs. So sometimes she wears these shirts that are like above her belly button. I'm like, you're 64 years old. Don't wear shirts above your belly button. It's out. I don't care, boy, girl. I don't care what you are. Like, done. Garbage. But no,
that's great.
I think the other thing with Jess too is she, like, transgender or not, like, she's a good human being.
Yeah.
So and that's what's so attractive about her, is that, or what attracted me to her is just her genuine, like, good person. Like, she works hard. She's a good dad. She's a good friend. She would do anything for me. She has. The other piece is there's shit I should be doing that I'm not doing, and she pushes me and she makes me a better person. Like, Molly, really? Why did you do that? Or why are you doing this? Stop it. you're better than that. So we talk similar. Like when she says even negative things to me, I get what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
She's
what I love
usually right.
She won't want to admit that, but
No, she's 99% right.
What I love
I've been
about
told
Jessica
way
is
too
that
many
she loves
times
to have
that
fun.
she doesn't need another mother. So
Yeah. What I love about Jessica is that she loves to have fun, and it seems like she takes all of her friends and all of her, posse with her, and you guys are always doing something fun. And I think that's so important. Not just because Jessica's transgender, but just to, live your best life with your friends and have a lot of fun. And I think if more people, just did that. And Jessica doesn't, she goes out and dances and probably doesn't care who's watching or whatever. Like,
oh no, not
goes
at
out
all.
and has a great time.
Not when she's dancing, no. But I will tell you, there are times I've been with her, and this is where she can be a brat. If she is in a small group of people and she doesn't know the people really, really well,
Mm-hmm.
she is uncomfortable. And it has nothing to do with her being trans, I don't think. I think it's just like, I don't want to be around these people.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you're right. In general, it's all about celebrating life and having a good time. And she has so many friends. She has more friends than anyone I know on this earth. Like friends from childhood, new friends, old like friends everywhere, and it's great. And I love meeting them. And I'm blessed to have her in my life. And my daughter. So she's met my parents and my daughter and my son, and they all love her.
Aw, that's great.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys want to say as friends to other, friends out there who either are very accepting of their friend going through a transition or having a hard time? Is there any advice or anything that you'd like to tell them?
While she's thinking about it, what comes to mind for me is that I do have friends that aren't anywhere near as supportive as Molly or my daughter or my sister. And I really wish that they were, people that I've known a very long time. And that can be very painful. So I would just say to, people who are friends to someone who is going through the transition, don't be so closed-minded, It's not about you. It's about the person going through the transition. And the fact that that person's going through a transition isn't going to hurt you or affect you. So just, there's inside, there's still the same person you knew went from long ago. So don't be so afraid of it. Just embrace it and be their friend and be supportive.
And Jessica, we've talked about how, you're still you, but almost a better version of the old you.
That's pretty much anybody who's known the old
Right?
me kind of says that. It's like, this is a much better version of you.
I did not know the old Jessica, but from what I've heard, yes. And I can see why. I mean, you're living a fake life, basically. You're like you're an alien inside of a body that isn't your body. I can't imagine living like that for 55 years. It's like, for me, when I think about it, I get teary-eyed of what she's been through this whole journey. And I think it's about having empathy too. Like, it doesn't matter, you don't like gay people, you don't understand it, it's weird, it's just, oh God, it's so weird. I've had friends tell me, I've talked to mutual friends of ours that are masculine men, the he, she, or it's just so weird, I don't get it. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. Like, just be a kind human being. It's about empathizing. Like, I don't know people that have lost a daughter or a son, or there's certain things I don't understand, but it's about empathizing with that person, like, and getting to know them. So I think getting to, for maybe family members or people that aren't understanding it, ask questions and get to know them as a person. Because it doesn't matter if they have a wig, if they don't have their penis, or they have new boobs that they didn't have. Like, that's, like Jess said, that's not about you. That's about them and getting to know them. And I think just even contacting people. I mean, I never had this issue. Like, it wasn't never an issue for me. But I would think, like, just calling up that person and saying, hey, how you doing? Even that is a gift you can give someone.
It is. Well, you guys are great friends, and you're a role model for just friends everywhere. And I love that you guys just go out and have so much fun, and you're open and honest.
Sometimes too much fun.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to go to New York City in 2 weeks and spend the entire weekend.
The whole weekend in New York.
How fun.
Watch out, Big Apple. We're on our way.
We're coming, baby.
Well, I want to thank you both for being here today. If you want to get in touch with Jessica, you want to ask any questions, you can contact her through her website, mytransgendernation.com. You can also link with her on Facebook and Instagram, and she also has a podcast, My Transgender Nation, as well as we are on YouTube. So any questions, any support that you may need, check out the website, mytransgendernation.com.
Thanks, Charlene. Thanks for having me.
Molly, thank you so much for doing this today. And Charlene, again, for hosting. This has been wonderful. We've got more interviews coming up soon. I've got more family members that are stepping up to the plate and willing to participate in this endeavor. So that'll be cool. Some of them might be a little more, I don't know what's the right word, but
Apprehensive.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be an interesting ride, I think, with some of these interviews, and we're gonna expand upon them and go beyond, immediate family and immediate friends as we go down this road. So, be interesting to see where we get to take this. So, but this has been great. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.